you can eat.
That's right, an edible bouquet.
That's right.
So let's talk about fiber, Drew.
That's right.
Let's get into it because it is part of our macronutrient list, but it's often forgotten about.
Right, and I don't even think it has a name. Like, who talks about... See, we don't even have a name for it. We call it fiber/antioxidants.
All right.
And it's not like enticing or sexy.
Oh my gosh!
That's right. It's just not interesting because you have like protein. Like, when I always say, people are usually obsessed with one macro. And when I say one macro, it's usually just out of the three. So some people are usually obsessed with fats, carbs, or proteins.
And usually with proteins, the obsession comes from like getting a lot of protein.
Or enough protein.
Yeah, and with the carbs and the fats, it's usually people being scared of them, right? Being obsessed not to have enough.
Not having too much of it.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the other macronutrient, the fourth one that no one talks about,
the best one.
we need to talk about fibers and antioxidants because they're so important.
And one of the things that I like about them is there's not much there isn't any worry that comes along with it, right? Like I talked about the protein, people worry that they have enough protein. The carbs and the fats, people worry that they have too much. But with the fiber and antioxidant category, there's no worry that's attached to that. You can have as much greens as you want.
That's right. So when it comes to this macronutrient category, we need the fiber in our body, which helps us process and digest different types of food. So if you could look at proteins, for example, fiber will help your body break down the proteins and digest them. So if you don't have enough fiber, then we know we probably have digestive issues. So if you don't go to the bathroom every day, like you should go have a bowel movement every day. And if you don't, then there's probably some type of constipation going on there. And it could be happening for so long, it's just normal to you. Like you think that's going to be normal, and it's not. So we can tell that we don't have enough fiber, for example. And then if we have indigestion, that something's happening in our body. And I say indigestion, I mean like if you have gas or you're like burping or the thing you just ate's coming back up. You know, we say like, I had that and I tasted it all day.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to happen. It's usually a low quality food or some kind of issues going on with your gut and your intestines or the acidity in your gut or in your stomach line.
But usually what happens is we go, like when this is happening to us in digestion, we go and we grab the bottle of Tums, or I'm not even sure what all of those Rolaids and then instead of looking to ways to increase the fiber in our diet to reduce those issues, we're grabbing those things which cause even more digestion issues in the end.
Right.
So it's really important to make sure that you're having enough fiber in your diet.
That's right. So that's fiber. Then we look at the antioxidants, and then we get a few big words in here that could be scientific.
Yeah, it's going to get sciencey on us.
But if you look at, so antioxidants fight free radicals. So we need antioxidants to fight free radicals. Free radicals are processed food, sugar, toxins, coloring, which is in a lot of different low-quality foods, pollution in our environment, and then we have tobacco, alcohol, those other stimulants. So those are free radicals, and most of us have like an alcoholic beverage, for example. Some of us smoke, for example. So, and then we're all outside at some point breathing in toxins through pollution. So we need free radicals. These are all, I should also say these are anti-aging as well. So these cause more wrinkles in our skin. These cause the free radicals cause our bodies to age more quickly. So you need antioxidants to fight them. Otherwise we have no protection against them. So we need to have dark leafy greens, bright colored vegetables in our diets on a regular basis to help our bodies fight the free radicals or improve our digestion with the fiber content. And
I think it's important too that when we are looking at a balanced meal with all the different macros, it's important that this fiber category is included as well to help with the digestion and process all of those other macros on our plate. So a kind of a rule of thumb that we go by is the veggies or the fibrous greens should be about half your plate.
Right. And that sounds extreme to a lot of people, but just think about that. Like these vegetables, they transport the proteins, they break down the carbohydrates, so they're always helping our body through the process of digesting food. So you're going to have more energy, you're going to feel better, you're going to see some side effects you may have had for years by having your greens on your dish on a consistent basis. That's why it's so important to have that balance of macronutrients you're talking about.
Drew, I'm gonna put you on the spot here.
Bring it.
What? I hear this all the time, and I just want to know what you would say to this. I hear all the time, well, I don't eat green stuff. I don't like green stuff. Like, I don't like spinach. I don't like broccoli. Green is gross. So what would your answer be to that?
Is that a question?
Yeah. So if I said, well, I'm not going to eat green stuff because it's gross, what would you say to me?
Well, I think that if you look at someone that's not willing to change, they're not going to change. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't make someone change. If someone says, I'm not going to have greens, there's no way. Then, I mean, you could put greens in your smoothie, like a good quality green powder. That would be a good option. But I think people have to be ready to change. Otherwise, they're not going to.
Good answer.
But you also have to understand, from that individual standpoint, their digestion isn't going to get any better. Right. They're not going to feel any better. They're not going to be able to fight free radicals. So they'll get wrinkles quicker. They'll age quicker. It's endless, really. And if someone doesn't want to change in their life, then that's what they're stuck with.
But if you aren't used to having a lot of greens on your plate, you can just start small as well, is one tip I was going to offer, right? I mean, we like to promote that half of your plate is greens, right? But if you're not there yet, that's fine. But if you have 0 greens on your plate, try to just put a little bit of greens on your plate and then move on from there.
Yeah, good tip.
It's my tidbit of the day.
Do you have a recipe?
Yeah, it's actually a green smoothie recipe. So this is a great way to get a whole lot of fiber and antioxidants into your body all at once. So we've got, we